to my channel. Today marks 1 year since my interactive introverts show. So as this video was inspired by the wonderful summer, I decided I was going to make a video for my 1 year. I already had sort of a plan of what I was going to do, but I feel like this plan is better, this idea is better. My lighting for my camera right now is really dark. Hold up. Is that better? Oh well. This is the outfit I wore to I wore this exact wristband, which was my official fandom member wristband, and I wore the shirt. Oh, yep, great. Because I actually went outside to see Dan and Phil on tour, and I wore ripped jeans, but sadly I couldn't put them on because they completely ripped right in the crotch. So I was like, I'm not putting those ones on, and I'm really sad because I really love my ripped jeans. So I went to Interactive Introverts on the 22nd of August 2018, and it was the best day and night of my life. Like throughout the day I was hyping myself up, you know, preparing for this night of when I was going to see my idols and meet some of my bestest friends, my best friends, for the first time. When I woke up on that morning last year, I just remember it wasn't clicking. Like I knew I was going to see Dan and Phil and my internet best friends in the afternoon. I just wasn't like, you know, it wasn't setting it. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm seeing Dan and Phil like tonight, and like I'm meeting my internet best friends in the afternoon. Cool. Then it hit around lunchtime. After lunch, I had a shower and I put on my outfit. And that's when it said it. I started watching fan edits and it started like getting really emotional, like holy crap, I'm seeing Dan and Phil tonight. Like, you know, once it all set in, it was very like overwhelming for me, because I was like, I'm actually seeing the people who have impacted my life in such a positive way, and it all hit me like a train, honestly. So I met a lot of my internet best friends through a group chat called the Aussie II Crackheads, and we were counting down for the day and we were so excited. We were texting each other all day, like we're seeing each other this afternoon, and it was intense because, you know, knowing that you're gonna meet some people that like mean a lot to you for the first time, it's just crazy overwhelming. If you've ever met an internet best friend, you know what I'm talking about. It got to about the night and we were driving that, and as I was driving that I was filming, you can see in the video, and I was getting like really hyped up, and I kept watching like fan edits and overwhelming. And then I still remember this so well. So we were driving and I finally saw like the Channel 7 Ferris wheel where all my internet best friends were standing near. And I tell you, when I saw the Ferris wheel, everything from like here sunk down. Like it sunk down so much, and I got so nervous, and you know, and I was freaking out, but I was so excited at the same time, and it was like the best feeling in the world. Like it was good nervous. And I remember my auntie drove us there. So my mum had some company, and as we parked, I jumped out of the car and I was like, I just imploded. So I got out my dad's phone because I didn't have a phone at the time, and I called my internet friend Annalise, and I was like, I'm here. And I kid you not, like when I was walking up to that Ferris wheel where I was supposedly meeting them, everything felt scary, but a good scary. Now, if any of my internet friends are watching this, I don't know if you know the story or not, but you know, I'm gonna say it anyways. So we were walking up to where I was supposed to be meeting my internet friends, and I see some people wearing the introvert's denim jacket, and I go, oh my god, they're wearing the jackets, right? And I was freaking out because like fans were like, I saw heaps of Dan and Phil fans. And then I see one of them running towards me. And I was like, holy crap, those are my friends. So one of the girls' names was Shani, and she was the first one to hug me. And when I felt the embrace, I started crying. I was like, holy crap, they are real. So, you know, I hugged, and one of my bestest friends, Annalise, I class her as an older sister, she ran up and hugged me. and I don't know what it was, but we had such like a bond at that point that when we met, I lost it completely, and it was such a good feeling, just such a good feeling. Then a lot of my other friends were meeting Dan and Phil currently. I didn't get to meet up, but I'm so happy they got to meet him because they deserve it. So I was waiting out with some of the friends that I already had met, and then I see 3 of them running towards our group, and they were like freaking out, like crying, so I just went to Dan and Phil. And then like once I met them, I was like, oh my god, and especially Brie, if you're watching this, I love you. Annalise, if you're watching this, I love you. Charisse, I love you. Anastasia, I love everyone that went. We were like, okay, we need to take some group photos because, you know, we're gonna be like the crackhead photo, I know. So insert those photos here. If you've probably already seen them, but like I'm talking about it again because it's my interactive insurance video. Funny story. So where we were at, there was like a ledge, and we were all like standing here, or like sitting on the bars, and Brisbane City was behind us. And I think it was Charisse and Brie maybe. They were sitting on the poles, and I remember jumping on the pole, but like I kind of went back too far. And I was like, oh god, I'm gonna fall in the water. What am I gonna do? But I had 2 of these. I think it was Annalise. One of them. They like grabbed me and they're like, whoa. And I'm like, whoa. And I was like, I nearly died that day. So yeah, we took some really cool photos and we're like, okay, let's go buy merch. So we went and bought merch, and that's when I bought the poster, both tour t-shirts, the plushies. Is that all I bought? I think so, yeah. So I only bought those, and then I got the rest of the II merch for like my birthday and stuff. Anyways, so then it was time to go into our seats. And I kid you not, the feeling of seeing the stage for the first time brought tears to my eyes. Because I was like, this is actually real. Like, this event that's happening currently is actually real. And I just felt it was so surreal seeing all the Dan and Phil fans, especially just in that one Brisbane City, all in one. I was like, oh my god, my family. Like, it was such a... it was such a... I don't know how to describe it. It was such a whew feeling. I was obviously played like for the show, and it was singing and dancing. It was, I miss it so much. And then the show started. So now I can actually talk about it because I won't get in trouble because it's already over. So when it started, the first, like the black and white film, they're like, Dan and Phil, how are they gonna like give the people the, exactly like that. So when it started, we all kind of like screamed and just went silent. Like it was like a scream silent. Kid you not. And it was, I was like, holy crap, after this, I know Dan and Phil are coming out. So I was like watching, and then like everything went dark. And then everyone started just like screaming because smoke started coming up, and like you saw like the screen go up and you saw the feet. As soon as we all saw Dan and Phil's feet, all hell let loose. I was screaming. I started crying. I was like, I don't know if I can insert the video. I won't insert the video, but I can just explain it. But I was like screaming, and I was like, I'm gonna cry. And then I saw him like walking out, and I just lost it. And then, oh my god, and then like I was like proper like sobbing like psh, out of my eyes. And then Phil goes, what are we doing here, Dan? And then Dan goes, giving the people what we want, Phil. Everyone screamed again. It was so good. So I actually wrote down a lot of my II memories because I was like as soon as the show was over, I wrote down everything I can remember so I didn't forget anything. So I shall talk about those now. So Phil was halfway through speaking, but he obviously like forgot his lines. It was one of the bits where it was like lines, like, you know, and he obviously forgot what he was doing and he got all giggly. And he kept going like, and then Dan kind of like helped him remember, and then he started speaking again, and they were just laughing. It was so cute. and I was like, oh, Phil forgot his lines. Why did I? Whoa. Another thing I wrote was Dan dabbed a lot of times. I was I loved it seeing Dan dab in real life. It was iconic because he kept doing like dabbing and his whole leg went up too, and I was like, I love this. And every time, I kid you not, every time he screamed, I would like, not every time he screamed, whenever he dabbed, I would scream. That's just me. When Dan got electrocuted one time, he spun around and nearly swore on stage. That was really funny. He like got zapped and he spun around and he goes, "Mother fluff, you thought," and then everyone's like screaming and laughing over that. He's like, "You're right, this show is still monetized." I remember it so well, and I was like, sorry, I love remembering this stuff. So Dan called himself Phil Trash number 1. And I know he said it heaps of times in videos, but like I can tell you it's a lot different when you see him in person and you actually hear him say it. It's very like, he did that. That was a good, I can't do it anymore, but that was a good mouth weird noise thing. Phil made a cute song called Interactive Introverts. It's actually called The Story of Dan and Phil. I think that's what the song's called. But when Phil was doing his rap, and then he goes, "Next thing you know, Dan will be playing the piano," and blah blah. I started screaming. So I'm like, I'm about to see Daniel Howell play piano in front of me. And the collab of the song was so beautiful. Like, I was like crying about the song because when they're like, "Cause we're two interactive introverts, do 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 do." I cried a lot because I was like, what is happening right now? I just again. If you went to interactive introverts, they did like a magic trick where they had a box and they threw like these like balls into like the audience, and if an audience member caught it, they had to say what was in Dan's secret box. And I don't know how they did that trick, just saying. And inside Dan's secret box for me was a duck, 2009 Dan, and a dead house plant. And there was a wheel through the show, and basically they did like, I think it was like the best, oh no, we got to vote who was going on the wheel because like add the scores, something like that. And Dan was put on the wheel and Phil had to do like the slingshot paint thing, and Dan got shot in both knees and he waddled off. He was like, why would you do that? Stuff like that. Great content. Just looked at one of the ones. It was Phil did half a slot drop, used the sound effect control and made the sound of a whip. That bit, I squealed. I squealed. Also, are they gonna ever release that song? I really want the song just on YouTube. But yeah. I am also convinced that Dan Howell noticed me on stage. So I'm gonna quickly explain the story again. So we got on the topic of somehow Dan started talking about furries, as per usual. But then he goes, "I bet you all the furry lovers are up there," pointing at the balconies we were on. And I thought by him saying that, everyone on the balcony was gonna like scream and like, or like stand up and go, "Yeah," something like that. But I kid you not, 3 or 4 people only joined me, and I stood up, I went, "Whoa!" And then I looked around and like no one else was apart from like some other people on the right hand side of me, so on the left hand side. Instantly I just sat down and I went like panicking because no one. And then I kid you not, when Dan was like turning to Phil, he looks up like in my direction, laughs, shakes his head, turns back down and starts listening to Phil again. And I was like, was that a notice? And Bo at the time was like, "Did you just notice you?" And some people around me were just looking at me like, "Did that just happen?" And I was like, was that a notice? Like, I don't know if that was or not, but like I like to think it was a notice. And I was like, the energy of that show meant a lot to me, and it is forever one of the best days and nights of my life. I missed the night so much. I wish I could go back to it because it meant a lot. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see my face again, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment.
I'm sorry, but you need to make fun.
Okay.
Are you on a video call?
No, I'm filming.
Hi YouTubers. What's up? Yeah.
That was her mum. And I love you all and I'll see you later.